it's not that we need to rest because we're incapable of working indefinitely. That's not the wisdom. It's that downtime is actually productive in its own way. Now, for example, when we struggle against what comes up in our world, very often difficulties arise that have arisen before, again and again and again. We get the same old problems coming up once more and again and again. Why? Why don't we just contemplate what's going on here? How can we stop that cycle, that pattern of repetitive difficulties? So let's take a difficulty that may come up repeatedly to do with money. Sometimes you have money problems, okay, and then once more you have money problems, okay, and then again you have money problems. Really? Again and again and again? What's going on here? Now, unless you deal with that, you will continue to live in the anxiety of having money problems for the rest of your life. Unless you deal with it, it won't go away. So how do you deal with money problems? There's only two things you need to do. Spend less or earn more. It is that simple. And if you spend more than you earn, you have money problems. If you earn more than you spend, you don't. It is that simple. And unless you actually bring yourself to deal with it, you're going to have a difficulty. It's the same with relationship problems. If the same old relationship problems come up again and again, it's not their fault, it's yours. Whatever problem repeats is necessarily your issue to deal with. The first time, maybe, yeah, it's their fault, but the second time, surely you must come to understand it's yours. And if you don't, the reason that you don't is you're just not thinking it through. And what we're talking about here with the empty hammock is that when we spend downtime, when we just quietly go for a walk alone, or we're not talking about watching the television here, we're talking about lying in a hammock. We're talking about allowing the mind a certain capacity to expand into areas where it doesn't normally go, prevented by the television, to be honest. No, this needs to be time spent alone where your mind is free to wander, and it wanders into the regions where the answers are found to deal with the difficulties that repeat in your life.